What's up, guys? So I received a challenge to show what I got. So I was being a smartass. Beckett at 10Com had challenged someone on their channel to share their rackets. He had about 40 rackets. He had some really nice stuff, but I was, being a little cheeky, and I was like, oh, 40, that's cute, but it was a really nice collection. So 10Com, Beckett was like, well, you're up, bud. Show us what you got. Get a drink, get the popcorn. This is going to take a minute. So let's start at the far end. Some of these I'll pull out as I go, some I won't. There's just too many. So we have an Angel Custom 100, an Angel Custom 97, an Angel K7 Lime. We have an Artengo TR960, a Babolat Pure Drive 98. It's the only Babolat I own. I'm sorry, I don't like Babolat. Diadem, I have a Nova Plus, a Diadem Elevate Tour V1, I have a Diadem Elevate V2, I have a Diadem Elevate V3, I have a Diadem Axis 98, probably the best racket they've made. Dane, I like Dane. I know a lot of people don't. I'm very nostalgic. This is my racket from high school. For 2 years in high school. I played this for 2 years in high school. I played the blue and yellow one, and I played this one. It's in actually really still great shape. It is a Dane Pro 1 OS. I was a big Andre Agassi fan, what can I say? And the cover is actually autographed by Jimmy Connors. I was at a clinic that they held here in my hometown area, and he was teaching, so I got his autograph. Behind that, we have a Dane Formula Pro, we have a Dane Fuga Pro, we have a Dane VST Kevlar Pro, Apollo Pro. I actually play this one a lot, actually. I just played it last week. It's one of my all-time favorite Danes. Still have the original leather grip. 98. Weighted handle system. It's still play this racket. Still love it. It is a little heavy and can be a little stiff, but it is one of my favorites. Behind them, I have two Dane Pro 1 OS newsprints, which is this. This is a newsprint. I have two of them. Those are new old stocks. They're still all original. I have a Dane Cinetic 2, which is, I have a, the most hideous racket ever made, the Dane Ghost. This is horrible, egg-shaped, tubular frame. It's super stiff. It's the dumbest thing ever. I have a Dane Pro 1 International, which is a 27 3/4 length. Another Dane Pro 1 newsprint, and then another Dane Pro 1 OS orange and gray. Now I do have some modern Danes. I have a Dane Pro 1 97 octa-core. So from there we got Dunlop. We have a Hot Melt, which is a hot mess. Worst paint job setup ever. We have a Muscle Weave. We have a SX300 Tour. We have a CX200 Tour. Now, if you like the Muscle Weave and the Hot Melt kind of technologies, go see Angel. Paul Angel designed these, and he now runs Angel Rackets. Fisher. Fisher, another company that's long gone. They're now Pacific. We have a Fisher Strike. Beautiful paint job on this. A Fisher Elliptic, or I'm sorry, Fisher Vacuum Pro 98. We have a Fisher Elliptic. This is a Nicole Durr design, which had a spectacular paint job. It was a very big deal at the time that she did the paint jobs on these. Nicole Durr. And then I have a Fisher Vacuum Pro, Elliptic Vacuum Pro here. Now, more things that don't exist. Fox. These are Fox. Right, this is a, I don't know, because it doesn't have any markings on the frame, but I have another one that's a new old stock. Those were rackets that were often endorsed and partly designed by Warren Bosworth, the famous customizer out of Florida. He designed this kind of iconic Fox-looking racket, if I can free it up. The WB210, 88 square inches, decagonal head, 10-sided, kind of bent throat. He was the mastermind behind these. Brad Gilbert played this racket for a while. I have two of those. Head Prestige Classic 600. This is a Head Radical Tour Bumblebee. This is a Head Radical Tour Zebra. They're still in the bags because their condition is really great. Bumblebee 98 XL extended length Zebra Radical Tour. I have a Head Speed UTEC Speed Pro 98 square inch racket. Super heavy, high swing weight. Then I have a Head Speed Pro blacked out, and I have a Head Speed Legend. Okay, so trying to get through this. Back over here, guys, we have a Hazel Tour 98. Then we have a Javathon, something that you guys have probably never heard of or seen. This is a Javathon. Oh, that's how old this is. This is a Javathon Tri-Energy 93. Doesn't hit too bad, actually. It's a boron graphite layup. Javathon was a golf company. In the 80s and 90s, you had a lot of golf companies trying to get into tennis. Javathon was among them. Next up is Nicel. These are from the late 70s or early 80s. I have a couple of Red Star Pros. I have a White Star. Which one is this? This is a White Star Masters 30. If I can get it open. Come on. White Star Masters 30. These were all one piece. There was no, that's the larger head size. It's like an 88, I think. Nicel made it into the early 2000s, I think, before they kind of shut down. I have a, oh, there you go. Beckett at Tencom loves his spin frames, his arrows. This is a Nicel Arrow 30. This was meant to be kind of an airfoil idea. Let's go back. Back you go. Back from whence you came. So those are the Nicels. I also have another Nicel White Star Pro. And there, another Nicel White Star Pro here. Maruman. This was another golf company. I think it was meant to be a Pro Staff kind of competitor knockoff. It's very similar in the frame. It is a Mall 757. We have a Pacific, endorsed by Marcus Baghdadis, which is what replaced Fisher, actually. Pacific bought all of Fisher's molds. Prokenix. If anybody knows what this is, I'd love it. This is a Prokenix Dominator GT. Very odd head shape for a Prokenix. This has got to be late 70s, very early 80s. It's like 370 grams. It is massive, heavy. No one has been able to tell me anything about this. I've contacted a couple collectors. They've never seen one. Graphite Prokenix Super Mid 90. This is a new old stock. All original. 1989-ish. The only reason I bought this because this is the model of racket that I first started playing with. When I was 13, 14 years old, this was my racket to start. And when I came across it in a secondhand shop, I couldn't let it stay there. It had to come home with me. I also have a old Kenix Copper Ace, a Pro Kenix Black Ace 97. That's more recent. Prince. We have a Prince Ripstick. I actually really like how this feels in the hand, but it's just way too much power. We have a Prince Synergy 98. Very odd racket as well. We have a Prince Twist Power X100 Tour. We'll talk about that in a second. We have a Prince Tour 95 from Japan. We have a Prince X98 Tour from Japan. These have not been released in the States. They're not selling these in the US. I picked this up in Japan. Basically, all the things I didn't like about the X100 and how it felt, like the vibration, the hollowness, the stability, they fixed it with these the next series because they added tech stream and more stability, and it was a much better racket. And we also have a Prince 97P, Phantom 97P. So this next section is kind of like dedicated to Boris Becker because they're all rackets that Boris buys. I'm a big Boris Becker fan. There are a lot of rackets that he either played or endorsed in their variants. We have a Puma Super, which is cracked, unfortunately. We have a Puma Winner. We have a, oh, this is an Astuza. Which one is this? Oh, yeah, I have two of these. This original, this is a Boris Becker World Champion. It looks like the Pumas, it looks like the Astuzas. It is made by Head. There are no head markings on it because Head never sold them. Boris Becker paid them to manufacture these for his personal use and resale. They were sold at a sporting goods store in Germany. This doesn't work. This was number 2083 of 3100 made. I have two of these. I love how they play. They just really lack power. But, you know, it's Boris. He didn't need help. We have a Puma Davis Cup, which is near mint condition. That's why it's still in there. Davis Cup. This is a, oh, this is an Onyx Black Saber. This was meant to compete, my understanding, this was meant to compete with the Pro Staff. Onyx Black Saber, very heavy, near mint condition. We have another, that isn't a Super. That's actually a Super that I can play. It's not cracked. We have another Davis Cup. Then we get into some Astuza rackets. I have Power Beam. I have the Astuza Power Beam. I have the Astuza Power Beam braided. I have an Astuza BKS. I have an Astuza Provantec. Yeah, this is the Provantec. All of these were endorsed by Boris Becker. 92 square inches, but a 366 swing weight. So you're talking like Rafa Origin swing weight on a 92 square inch racket. Really crazy numbers. And then we have a, this is one of my favorite rackets of all time. I still pull it out and play it, although it's not great on my arm. This is a Boris Becker Delta Core London Tour, 93 square inches. Control frame, very flexible. Not very headlight. That's why it's a little hard on the arm. But it is like one of my favorites. Moving on to R. R is for Rossignol. Rossinol's, I'll just pull one of these out, is the F200 Carbon inverted bridge, 82 square inches. Now the gray one, it was like the original model. That thing is super heavy. I also have an F300, which is a oversized. It's a 100. 37 RA. I know you guys complain about rackets feeling noodly. It's a 37. It's ridiculously flexible. Schlosinger. These are Schlosinger Tim Henman Pro braided. He left, when he left Wilson and Pro Staff, Schlosinger designed this racket for him. I have two of them like this, and then I have the second generation paint job, which is a new old stock. It's never been touched. Still in the packaging, and it is a gorgeous paint job. So beyond that, we have the Snawert. We have a Snawert Ellipse Tour J. We have a Snawert, look at that, Ellipse Touch H. I'm not sure the point of this. But the one to really pay attention to here is the Snawert High 1098R. This is a 2023 release. Absolutely gorgeous. I've not seen any of these offered in the United States. It just plays okay. It's kind of like an Artengo TR960 or a TF40 or like an Elevate kind of racket. It's not bad. It's okay. And then, of course, we have a Solinco Whiteout Generation 1. Finally, on to the final row, guys. The first four rackets over here are all Spaldings. So these are the ATP Tour line. ATP endorsed these with Spalding in 2004. They were meant, I think the idea was to offer low-ranking pros rackets that they could afford. Guys that didn't have racket deals, this was being a product, a pro-level product that they could afford. These are stupid heavy and ridiculous swing weights. I have a ATP, I have a Spalding ATP Tour, ATP Pro stock 300. That thing's 370 grams plus. It has a 390 swing weight. This is an ATP Tour Pro line. They had a Pro line and a Pro stock. The Pro stocks were heavier. This is a Pro line 230. This is 350 plus grams. It's an extended, it's 27.5 inches, and it probably has a swing weight in the 360s. I also have an ATP Tour 200, which is a 90 square inch, and it has a swing weight of 373. Okay, so moving on, we have Technofiber TF40 RS, Technofiber 315. This is the T-Fight 315. This was designed to be a clone of the PT57A from Head. I'm told this is the closest that anyone's come to actually copying it. So that's what that one is. Then we have a Technofiber, we have a T-Fight RS 305, two of those, and the actual racket that Medvedev uses. This is the mold he uses. This is a T-Fight 305 Dynacore 95 square inch. Great control racket, not much in terms of power. After that, we have a Tolson S-Mach Pro 97. Great spin racket, has a bit of an airfoil throat. It's kind of somewhere between a V-Core and an Aero. Little stiff, kind of stiff, but a lot of power, really good power, and fairly good spin you can get out of that. We have a Vocal. This is a Vocal Power Bridge 10. They've been making that racket for over 20 years. It's the same every time. Wilson Burn, Wilson Blade 98, RF 97, BLX Tour, BLX Pro Staff 6-1. We have a Generation 11 RF 97. We have a Burn 95 Countervail, extended length, high swing weight. Shift 99 Pro Labs, that was the Pro Labs release model. We have an RF01. This is the racket I went to when I switched from Don A for a few years. Wilson Pro Staff 6.6 Tour Classic, that was endorsed by Jim Courier at one point. Kind of an odd sound on contact, but a really nicely hitting racket. Okay, now we're to like my favorites of all time, Yamahas. I have a Secret 04 right there. Get back in there. We have an E97. I have a Ceramic 90. This is an FXTP, which is kind of plays like a pure drive. This is a 97S, EX97S. This is one of my all-time favorite rackets. I constantly have one of these in my bag to play. It is an EX97. When you hit one of these, you would swear this thing just came out maybe a couple years ago. Yamaha was so far ahead of everybody else in terms of how their rackets played during development. It's ridiculous. Beautiful, beautiful racket. All-time favorite. EX90, Secret EX97s are a little heavy. And then I have a Yamaha Accurace. Okay, guys. Home stretch. Yonex. I have the quintessential, iconic Yonex racket. It is an R22, a Rex King 22. There were several pros back in the day that played these at the time, one of them being Martina Navratilova, among others. I have an R440. I have an RQIS 30. I have an RD70 long. I have a VCore 95D stands racket. I have a VCore Pro 97 HD. I love that paint job. I have a, I got you, hang on. I have a DR98. I have, that escaped, an E-Zone 98 Tour as well. This is a F93. These two in the bags are Tour 89s. They're like, that's my all-time favorite Yonex. VCore Tour 89 is my all-time favorite Yonex racket. I have two of those in the bags there. I also have my favorite VCore in the modern era is the 95, although I do prefer this one over the new one. And finally, at the end, we have a Yonex Regna 100. Now, we're almost done. What's in my bag right now? So, what's in the bag? Well, we have an Angel React 96, a Phantom 100 O-Ports, an original Dane Pro 1 OS, another racket that I played juniors, a Phantom 93P, which is like, I really love this racket actually. And there's the Phantom 93P in the 14x18 string pattern. It's a really weird string pattern. Now, those are rackets that I'm like hitting for fun. Sometimes I pull them out, try them out, see how I feel. But what am I actually taking when I play? If I'm actually playing competitive, I'm playing matches, I'm either playing a Dane Pro 1 OS 2023 octa-core, which feels very much like the old Danes from when I was young, the 97 EX97 from Yamaha, or the VCore Tour 89. That's what's in the bag. That's what's on the shelves. Of course, why are they on the shelves and not on display? Because my wife doesn't know how many I have. I hide them. So, there you go. 10Com, there you go. Beckett, that's what I got. Who's next?